Akaname, or filth flicker, it is a small goblin-like demon. As from the word filth, it only inhabits dirty homes or public bath. Now, Akaname is not one to fear. I mean, yeah, he has some nasty appearance, but it's all to it. What I mean is, it won't eat you. It has a long, shaggy hair with the size of a child or a small adult. The body is naked and its skin has a greasy-like appearance. At night, while everyone is sleeping, Akaname comes and licks the filth from the bathroom and dirty place of the house. According to the book, we won't see Akaname nowadays because the house and bathrooms are made of cement and not wood. In Edo times, the houses were built of wood, and when it rains or the humidity is low, molds build up, and this was the appetite of Akaname. So if you wake up one day and your house is all clean up, you might wanna install some CCTVs. Like Akaname, Nurikabe is one of the yokai who does no harm on humans, though it can be pretty strange encountering an invisible wall. Nurikabe appears on the road late at night. They are invisible, so no human eyes can see them. As the traveler is walking, an invisible wall blocks the way. Though he can see the other side, he could not pass through it. Walking around is futile since it extends itself from left to right, blocking the traveler. However, there is a secret code to bypass Nurikabe. Tapping the ground near it with a stick will cause the spirit to vanish. Other accounts states that knocking on the lower left side of the wall makes it disappear. Not much of information on the origins of Nurikabe is shared. However, it was depicted as a large, invisible, grotesque, fantastic beast, a plain gray bipedal wall with face-like features. People claim to have experienced Nurikabe. One of them is Shiguro Mizuki. He was a soldier in Papua New Guinea during World War II. As he was walking through the jungle, all of a sudden he could not move forward or backward anymore. Due to his efforts, he became tired and decided to rest. As he woke up, he was able to continue again. The more recent experience of Nurikabe is on 2015, where the crew visited the infamous Aokigahara to film a segment for yokai kids. They were about to enter a forest when a blurry wall-like thing allegedly rose from the ground as they are stopping them to go further. Others stated that this is just a made-up story to explain the delay or non-arrival of the travelers. So if you're late for work, you know what to explain to your boss. Jinmenken, or human-faced dog, is an urban legend about strange sightings of dogs with human faces that has been part of Japanese folklore for hundreds of years. There are persistent sightings from 1603 to 1868, and was described a normal-looking dog from afar, but once you approach this dog, it possesses a human face. They also can speak and will tell you to leave him alone or mind your own business. Their eyes are often deep and sad. Jinmenken are not a rare sight during the Edo area, and some of them are even featured in the Japanese carnival show. There are publications of said sightings. There is even a testimony of a visiting zoologist who looked into the said creature, and to his amazement he could not see any stitches or any artificial connection. During the 1980s, there are also reports of Jinmenken on the well-deployed Shibuya district in Tokyo, where it was rummaging through garbage in back alleys. There are theories out there on how Jinmenken were made. The most common are the result of a secret biological performed in labs and was an escape experiment. Others state that they are dogs that was possessed by evil spirits or demons, and some said that they are dogs that are victims of accident and could not rest and continue to roam our world. The previous accounts on these sightings, especially in the Edo area, states that these human dogs are real, and in fact that they are featured on carnivals make it look that they really exist somewhere in the world, not to mention the statement of one of the zoologists that really looked into its eyes. Kanbari nyudo, or bald man, is Japanese perverted ghosts. He is an old man who is obsessed with spying on girls when they are taking a shower or peeing in the toilet. The bald man wants a regular old man where he goes from house to house to peek on bathroom. He shoves his head on the window while she drools and spies on girls. When his family found out about this behavior, they were so ashamed that they shaved his head as a punishment and banished him from the village. Of course, this did not stop the bald man on his deeds. He built a hut in the middle of the village. One night, he kidnapped a young girl and brought her back to his hut, where he did some terrible things to the girl. One day, the bald man was away. A thief came across to his house to steal things. The thief did not know that it was the bald man's hut, and when he went inside, he found a young girl who has been kidnapped. Just as they were about to make their escape, the bald man returned and tried to stop them, killing him in the process. But this did not stop the bald man. His ghost returned and terrorized the village, peeking from one window to another. The girl's parents are so frightened that they hid their daughter. There was a story of a young girl going to the bathroom. As she was about to reach for the toilet paper, she saw a man behind on a frosted glass chuckling. Terrified, the girl ran out screaming. Though not deadly, by far this is the most creepy and disgusting spirit. So once you hear some chuckle when you're on the bathroom, you might want to look around. Ningyo is a Japanese mermaid, and just like on other mythological creatures, they appear as a woman. Though not the same way as the Westerners depicted it, on Japanese they are more likely of a fish than a human. The features differs from sightings to sightings, some depicted as a human-like feature from ugly to grotesque. Sometimes they have horns, others see fangs with scaly arms and clawed hands. Unlike mermaids from other folklore, Ningyo are hideous and resembles a real mermaid than that of a seductive siren. Ningyo sightings goes back to the earliest written histories of Japan. The flesh of Ningyo is said to grant eternal life to those who eat it. However, it carries more danger. People are not willing to risk. Ningyo can cast a spell or a curse to its captors. They were also able to cry tears of pearls. They can also shape-shift to lure people into killing them. This is why Westerners viewed them as a seductive siren. One of the popular legends was a fisherman once caught a very strange fish, unlike any he had seen before. One of his guests peeked on the kitchen and saw that a fish had a human face. He warned the others not to eat it. As soon as the fisherman gave them the fish, they hid it under the scraps of paper. One of the guests went home and had a little daughter waiting off the present. The guest is drunk and gave her the scraps of paper that had the Ningyo meat on it. By the time the father came to his senses, his daughter already eaten it up. The father checked his child for any side effects of the Ningyo meat, but none has happened. As she grew up, her parents grew older and she decided to marry someone. While her husband grew old, her beauty stays the same even after her husband dies. She was married and widowed many times and decided she'd become a nun and wander the world. At her 800th year, she returned to her hometown and ended her life.